But first, we need to know what is a cylinder. A cylinder is a solid bounded by a cylindrical surface and two parallel plane sections cutting all its elements is called cylinder, and its bases are equal as stated in Theorem 12. Now, to measure approximately the volume of a cylinder, used is made of inscribed prism and circumscribed prism. Inscribed prism is inscribed if its lateral edges are elements of the cylinder and their bases lies in the same plane. Now, circumscribed prisms is said to be circumscribed if its lateral faces are all of the tangent of the cylinder and their bases lie in the same plane. The volume of a prism is equal to the product of its altitude and the area of its base, as stated in Theorem 14, Corollary 2. If a cylinder of an altitude has a circular basis whose radius is r, then the volume is this. Volume is equal to pi r squared times height, which is V stands for volume. This symbol stands for a pi, which is equivalent to 3.14, and this R is symbolizes for radius and H for height. And this would be our formula for a volume of a cylinder. We now know that the volume of a cylinder is equal to pi r squared times height. We derive from this given formula from the Corollary 1 and Corollary 2 the volume of a cylinder. Corollary 1 stated that if r sub 1 is the radius of the right section of a circular cylinder and E is an element, then the volume is pi r sub 1 squared times E. And in Corollary 2, if a cylinder of altitude h has a circular base whose radius is r sub 2, then the volume is pi r sub 2 squared h. And in Corollary 3, if h is the altitude and r is the radius of the base of a right circular cylinder, then the volume is pi r squared times height. In this case, r is equal to r sub 1 and is equal to r sub 2, and E element is equal to h. And the formulas of the corollaries 1 and 2 became identical. So that's how we derive from this formula. This would be our model for a cylinder. A cylinder is composed of two congruent circular bases, and it is bounded by a cylindrical surface. If you could draw out a flattened cylinder, this would be the result. So as you can see, it has one edge. So therefore, a cylinder has one edge. Then, these are the parts of a cylinder: the altitude, the phase, and the radius. A radius is a half distance from the center of a circle. Example: you are given a problem to solve for the volume of a right circular cylinder with a radius of 5 and the altitude is 8. So remember that your formula is volume of a cylinder is equal to pi r squared times height. Now your radius will be 5. Substitute it's so your pi will be 3.14. R is 5 squared times height. So your height or your altitude is 8 equals 3.14 times 25 times 8. So equals to 628. So therefore, the volume of your right circular cylinder with the radius of 5 and the altitude is 8 is 628. Another example for solving a volume of a cylinder is find the volume of a circular cylinder if the radius of a right section is 6 and the length of an element is 10. So, this would be our given. The radius is equal to 6 and the height is equal to 10, which is this. And our formula would be V equals to pi r squared h. So, volume equals, this symbol symbolizes for 3.14. Right? And our given radius is 6. So, 6 squared. Then our height is 10. Yeah. Substitute. And 3.14, bring down 3.14. Then 6 times 6 is 6 times 6 is 36. So, bring down 36. And then bring and copy this. Then, our height. So, 3.14 times 36 times 10 is equal to 11,030.4. So therefore, the volume of a circular cylinder is 1,130.4. Thank you guys for watching our video and we hope that you gain knowledge from us. See you next time. Bye!